Welcome to The Eclectic Thrifter and Crafter, where we thrift and craft with purpose. It's Tea Tuesday, or in my world, Crafty Tuesday. Today, my tea is Twinings Earl Grey, my faithful little Windsor teapot for the family room, and a lovely teacup called Anemone by Royal Albert. Thomas Wilde purchased Albert Works in 1896. The works was named the year before in honor of the birth of Prince Albert. My sister-in-law gifted me this set to sell on eBay. The purpose for my YouTube channel and my eBay store is to help put my son through college. I'm very grateful for the gift. I will be sharing more of that gift very, very soon. On to a small thrift haul and our project. Here are a couple of baubles, and we're going to take a minute and give it a quick snip. And sometime between now and craft fair time, I'll think of something to make with these. And these are the buttons that I thrifted last week. I shared that in my thrifting haul. I have a little bead haul to share with you, and these coffee filters will help me share that with you. It's easier to see on the white. I also use coffee filters for glue, as well as other sticky and messy things in the craft room. Here we have a little jar of beads. Now, it was $5. I normally don't pay up like that, but I knew what was inside. There are quite a lot of glass beads. They are vintage glass beads, and I'll show you in just a moment. There were some very special ones in there. These are hand-blown black glass. I found a clasp in the bottom of the little jar, so I believe this all came from a large necklace that must have pulled apart at the charity shop. Now here we have a little jar, and it was just full of odds and ends, but I was after a couple of things in it, and this was one of them. None of the stones are missing, and it's hard really to tell. It was probably from a larger piece, but we're just going to take a moment and make something useful out of it. Now we have a bracelet. This pearl necklace was in excellent condition. I cut the film a little bit short, but I am going to keep it. It is an excellent quality costume piece, so for $5 between the bracelet and the pearl necklace, it was well worth it. Now this is how I'm going to present some of the things that I make at the craft fair on these dress cards. This little card is actually going to Wales, to Caroline Johnson from Let's Go With the Johnsons. They were my 100th subscribers. I'm going downtown tomorrow to pick up Phil's little gift. That's why it's not in the mail, in case Caroline's watching. I have nearly 200 vintage brooches, and so for the craft fairs, I'm going to present these brooches on these dress cards. This is a little pin that I've not shared on my Thrifty Thursday. It'll be coming up soon. But that's how they're going to look, something like that. And the bracelets will be presented on the waist. And now on to today's craft. Now these are little baubles that I make out of buttons that I have been collecting for the last several years. This is just the first project in some button projects I'm going to share with you. This is a little pendant. They can be very pretty, especially with the little pearl and mother of pearl buttons and salvaged bits of jewelry. Here I've created our post with the thrifted buttons. They've been threaded onto a piece of wire that's about 4 inches long, and we're going to snip a little bit there, and we're just going to roll an eyelet. On some pieces I've used copper wire, and on some pieces I've used gold wire. It just depends on what I have in my jewelry box. I think it makes it quite eclectic. We're going to count the links and evenly space them out. Find the center. And we're done. Now isn't that pretty? So now you know what you can do with a handful of old buttons. And you can turn them into something beautiful and useful. Wonderful gifts for friends. I hope you've enjoyed our little project today. Share in the comments below and tell me if you've made anything special out of buttons. Please like, subscribe, share the channel with your friends. Remember, we're now on Instagram, and hit that notification button. But most of all, have a lovely, lovely day.